Don't know. Val, yes, we are. I'm improving my craft. I'm obsessed. What do you think of your experience at you think of her experience at the Florence Academy? Is a place where you learn the craft of painting, and some pupils of odd criticize them because they only teach craft, but that's what the purpose of these academies were and still are. And I can see that criticism. Yes, but I do think she had an interesting point where she described how her way of thinking became very negative and led to her having a breakdown. Might not be everyone, I suppose, but it would be nice if the academies oriented their students in terms of what to tell or the narrative, not just letting them go and say, now, create. But again, that was not the point of the academies. I think they should be doing that. I think the students need more guidance. Because you can still, you can still, damn that camera, damn the camera. Look, you can still, teach, I'm fixing this camera right here. You can still teach technique and do what you're going to do, but I think it's very important to give a direction, right? I might remove it. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to take it off. I might zoom out some on the painting a little bit, because this is just really annoying. I'm going to give it one more shot, though, because I like this camera. I'm going to give it one more shot. Oh, gotcha. I'm going to turn this on first, though. Let's turn this on now. Let's plug this shit in. It'll come back for a second, and then it'll probably bug out again. Maybe there was an update or something. I'm not quite sure. So with this. So, come on. Okay. So now it's totally off. I'm going to get rid of the camera. That's okay. Screw it. Sometimes this happens, but what are you going to do? So what we're going to do here, guys, I'm going to zoom this out a little bit. You can see the whole shot. We're going to just work around the figure. That's what we're going to do on this, just for now. Go about something like that. Say that way, you know what? We're just going to keep it simple. We can I think that's it. I think that's pretty well focused. So there's our little dwarf, and okay, that's fine. Cool. That's what we're doing. You need to give students direction. Hey, Coquette, what's up? What's in the bucket? It's poop. It's this poop bucket. Some students in the Florence Academy become very modern when they leave the academy. Yeah, I guess so. Wizard blood, it's poop. We're going to work on the poop in a second. This is poop bucket, Coquette. All right. The camera just bugged out, Coquette. I can't get it up, so I'm just going to go without the face cam, which is okay. All right, let's get back to it. Working all around. For what we do, we just keep working. We work. There we go. Keep moving, keep moving. All right. I mean, I had a very hard time after I left the academy. Uh, but a lot of it had to do with the lack of like people around me, just being social and such. I was used to that, and also I was used to guidance. But I think that the Florence Academy, it seems like they're doing a better job now of preparing students for after the school, because I get it's a they're preparing you technically. That's the point of the school, and so there's nothing wrong with it. That's a good thing. But if they can teach also, like, it would be, because it's school, right? And normally within your craft, like, you should learn how to uphold your business within it as well. And a regular business class doesn't always suffice for the artist because it's so different. So it's, in other words, it's a specialization, right? And students need to be prepared. So, like, preparing them for business is so important. And I wasn't prepared for that when I got out. I just wasn't. And it was and still is an issue, but they're teaching students that now. I think it's also very important, like, because to teach people what tagging is talking about, which is what is art and, like, the ideals of it and the norms of it. We should be educated, because otherwise, why do we have the technique that we're learning there, right? There has to be a goal with that. If the purpose is to teach people the technique of a school, for example, right? The technique. Well, what are you using that technique for? You know, you don't just want to learn something for the sake of learning it. That's stupid as shit. You want to learn it for a purpose. And so I think they should be doing a better job of this stuff. But I also think that there's been, it's been recent in history that all this bullshit started happening, and people are slowly waking up. And I think that in itself is going to kind of solve that problem. I think schools will naturally flow into teaching this stuff more readily. That's what I think. Now, I could be wrong about that. Could be wrong. The blood. She had a breakdown because she didn't know the meaning behind her work. The academies taught her only craft and the theory and philosophies of it, that when she graduated, she thought that's all there is in painting, but you also learn the narrative side of painting and how to tell a story on your own, but it's just helpful to have guidance. That's very well said, Taggy, and I agree with that. And that's what, like, I think it should be the duty of the school to guide people with that. And that's something that, frankly, I could use some guidance on as well. And I felt it when I got out of the academy, right? There's certain, like, I was very well educated in terms of the technique and this and that, but there's certain things that I really, was lacking in. And you really feel it when you get out, right? When you get out of the academies. You really do feel it. So, but tagging, you're learning this stuff on your own, right? So there's resources you can do. Deals carry no meanings if they serve no purpose. And yeah, that's well said, right? I mean, I don't know. They could be doing a better job with that. But again, in the context of everything, so like the Florence Academy, when I was there, that was the only school painting like this, right? That I knew of, really. Like there obviously were other schools, but they're just not a lot out there, and stuff is slowly coming back. So today is different than it was 15, 20 years ago. And so you're going to have like these schools changing and shifting into what they should be, which is good. Don't say to the academy that it's your fault because it says in their fucking program, here we only teach craft. You're right. You are correct. You are correct. But at the same time, when you're a student choosing that, do you really know what you're missing by reading that? Right? Like, do you know? Do you know? When you're a student, you don't know these things. You don't know what you're missing. Get one brush. I'm going in with big brushes because I'm getting a little bit too picky with this. But yeah, like I agree. Here's the other thing. All right. I have heard so much bullshit from people who went to the Florence Academy about their teachings, and they're wrong about what they say the Florence Academy teaches. And that oftentimes they're very negative about it. Just because you have a YouTube channel or lots of followers or whatever doesn't mean that you're going to be infallible or know exactly what's right. Now, it might have turned into something different since I was there, but I doubt that because you have a lot of the same teachers there, and the students who were there who are teaching now were the teachers who are teaching now over there are the same people that was there when I was there, and I helped teach some of them when I was back in the day. I was there. I remember them. And what was being taught at the time was good shit that they're saying wasn't taught. And I've heard this too. So in other words, sometimes it's not the school's fault, it's the student's fault because they don't pick shit up. This happens, right? A lot of the Florence Academy is one of these schools where it is what you make of it. For example, crochet is not required, but you can take it if you want. A lot of the learning that is done, frankly, is done through conversation with your friends at the school and a lot of the teachers. It's less in an official classroom setting. It's more of an environment that you can take advantage of. And so you're going to have some people spouting bullshit, other people going through and cleaning it up, which I tried to do when I was there because there were some, I don't want to say heresies is too much of a word, but there were some misconceptions about the teaching. I remember having to set some sculpture students straight because they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. I recommend to go to the academy and learn craft, meanwhile studying the narrative side of painting on your own. Read and write your own. Read, write, see paintings, educate yourself. Everything you learn, criticize it. Don't be a fool just to obey it. Yeah, you're talking about taking the initiative and doing your studies and such in tandem with studying, and I agree with that. That's what you should do. But everybody learns different. You're very good, tag in, at studying on your own and like finding this stuff and like educating yourself. You have like this is one of your strengths that I think you might recognize. That one of your strengths is you're able to find the right information and discern if it's good or not. And if it's not, you're good at asking questions about it. That's actually very rare. So that's actually one of your strengths. It's not just that you have an interest in art. That's also a strength. But you're very good at finding that information. Not everybody is. A lot of people are not like, I'm not as good at finding information as you are. And for whatever reason. Now, granted, I don't put myself to it as you do because right now my life is we're at different stages, that's all. Right? But I'm just saying a lot of these people are not solid reflections of the academies in that sense. I don't believe that they really fully understand some of the teachings. And I think they open their mouths too quick to criticize. because I listen to what they're saying, and what it says to me is they don't understand what they're talking about. Yeah, and that's another good way of putting it, man. Because, like, in culture, like, we're taught to go to school, right? That's where you learn. And then you get out and you do it. That's what we're taught. But you're right, in painting, it's continuous. And so when we get out, like, and this is one thing I did do. Yeah, this is one thing I did do, is that when I got out, I knew that my studies weren't over. I was like, okay, I'm the student. I still look at myself as a student. I still do. I still do. And I treat myself like that. Because I think that's the only way to improve. Is when you stop treating yourself as a student, you slow your learning down, like, a lot. At least I do. Maybe people are different. Maybe whatever. Right? Anyway. I've just seen a lot of misconceptions. A lot of misconceptions in painting, in the understanding of what the academies teach, what they should do, how they should teach. You're always going to hear criticisms, and the problem is that when people, and I could be a problem too, maybe, I say some bullshit and somebody believes me because, it's in a video or whatever. We're more likely to believe something if it's in a video. Maybe that's going to change. Maybe it is changing, but it's like we're less likely to believe it if somebody's just standing in person talking, right? It's just how it is. It's like seeing stuff on TV, you're more likely to think it's true, what have you. But that doesn't make it right, and so there's a lot of bullshit out there that kind of gets traction, and it shouldn't get traction. It's just how it is. But don't be naive. And naive freaking be overly judgmental to the point your ego gets in the way. Yeah, in my opinion, ego is the worst thing for an artist. It's the worst thing. For, I think, obvious reasons. And I've seen it take hold in people, and that's when their work goes down. And even the people who are good, I think, could be better if they didn't have it. Right? Like, you don't want to get comfortable. You do not, like, that's the worst thing. The worst thing you can do in painting is to get comfortable, I think. To the sense that you're like, oh, I'm at a good point, I don't need to improve, I got this, and you're just like it's good to have fun, but you're only having fun, you're not working your mind. Getting out of your comfort zone is a little bit cliche. I don't like using that, but it's kind of like that, I guess. All right. Make this shit glow. Glow. I've been playing Diablo music on repeat for a long time. Hey, I think our stream went out at one point, didn't it? Coquette. Be absorbent. Coquette. Crockett. Coquette Crockett. Bring the light up. So I'm trying to see this whole thing. Maybe I bring the light up on the muscles just a little bit. Yeah. That's what we'll do. Just a little. I think so too, but I like it because it's kind of in the background. You're not really focused on that music, right? But if it gets tired, like I'll change it. I just kind of like it. Building this up. Tegan, I have a very good trick for you, by the way. I think you might like this. Somebody asked me a question in my class last night about when I focus my eyes, and because, you know, like sometimes when I'm painting, I'll blur my eyes a little bit instead of closing one eye, because people were getting dizzy doing what I was telling them to do. And so I came up with the technique for it. Actually, I was doing it without really knowing it. Clash of Clan troop update? What is this, Annie? Clash of Clan troop update. What's going on with that? Just a little bit here. Just bring that up just a slight bit, and then this one just a slight bit here. That's it. That's all I wanted. So now we have kind of a nice light effect. You see, it's kind of building the form up and light at the same time. The form's the anatomy. Working on that. We're slowly breaking it down, adding color. But Lewis, this is the Warcraft drawing. This isn't a fine art painting. Screw you. That's what's wrong with your work. Treat this with respect. This is the Gurks. Idiot. This is, you know why we're doing this? Freaking Rhomboid on the forums was like, this guy doesn't have a good transmog gear. And I was like, bruh. You never played that? No, I never played that. I play Overwatch, Warcraft, and Heroes of the Storm at the moment. People are kind of dumb. Like, you have the opportunity of a lifetime to go study your craft at one of these academies, and they be naive and judgmental. Like, yeah, dude, I agree 100%. 100%. It is a gift to be able to go to these places. And what most of the time what it is that the people struggle with the work and they don't have the patience to stick to it, and it's easier to judge that way. That's what happens. Like, I've seen it at the academy before. People just, like, they get frustrated because they can't do it. That's what it is. They get frustrated and they just start pissing all over people because of it. And tag in. What I do, you know what I do? I say, okay, listen to them, but look at their work and see what it lacks. When you look at a lot of these people who complain about the Florence Academy, their work lacks form and solidity. Even if they went there, it's too smooth, right? It doesn't have structure to it. Oftentimes, that's one of the first things I see. And if not that, the drawing is off, okay? Most of the time, that's what I see. I'm not going to give examples because I'm not going to call anybody. I'm not trying to start a war here. But it needs to be set straight because I've, like, in the last while, I've heard a bunch of bullshit that's just not true. It's not. It's not correct. It's not accurate. It's a bunch of bullshit from people who just don't have the patience to do that stuff. And I remember I had a hard time learning a lot of the concepts too. They're not easy to do. Like, this stuff, dude, and still, I find myself oftentimes in that same place where I'm trying to figure out how to accomplish something, and I need to figure out why I'm doing something stupid that perhaps I've done. Like, perhaps I was good at avoiding before, but for some reason I'm making a mistake now with it. Like, it's a mental game. And if you let that ego get involved, you're going to suck ass. How do I know? It's common sense. Like the second you start thinking you're good and you don't need to improve and this and that, it's not me, it's this or whatever, you stop improving your work. Clara, are you going to give us the dating advice so I can stop rambling about bullshit? Dropping this thing, so bringing some light down into there. What's your dating advice, Clara? Let's get back into that. Oh, shit. Screw that up. This brush is a little bit rough, which is okay. I just need to be careful. Ego is common in the modernist. That was a fun kind. I give my brother dating advice all the time. He's still single. I know, man. I agree, and that's why I really liked it. I really liked that video that you sent. That was such a good one. I watched the whole thing, but I was thinking the whole time. I was like, because I was also preparing my palette and doing all sorts of stuff, and I was like, I need to sit down and watch this. Screwed something up. And I need to probably spend more time with it. Like watch it again. Because that's one of those videos where there's so much information. He's going through it like so quickly and efficiently. That's good. That's not a... That's a good thing. But he was going through it and I needed to absorb it better. So I think I'm going to go back and watch it again at some point. I'm going to unify these shadows here. Just filled that peck out some. It looked a little bit pressed up. And do the same thing to the other side as well. So here's the thing. Here's what I'm doing with this painting right now. I say, Lewis, it's a Warcraft character. It's not serious. Idiot. I'm using this to hone in my skills as a figure painter because this is flesh. And yes, it is a dwarf, but dwarves, first off, do exist. Racist. Okay? Yeah, kidding. But I'm trying to find something that will benefit me in my more serious work, which I am, and that's it. There's a lot of lessons you can learn in painting a Warcraft character. Working on those delts. Deltoidus maximus, as they say. Yes. Let's bring the light out some here. Across the form. Go a little bit darker. Add color. And apply the paint. There we go. Just take our time. Take our time. Pot, pot, pot. Pot, pot, pot. There we go. Slowly hatching out the form. That's what we do. Yes. Slow. The side. There we go. Just massage the paint right in. A modernist. It's funny some people think that the Nerdrum school is a cult. It's talking about like the modern way, the modern artist, what they think about art. Is you can do anything you want, it's freedom. And just, I think in general, he's talking about people like today, I think. You're using that term broadly, right? Tegian? The modern painters and what they want art to be. It will be cool if it is. Anir, you good, my bro. Yeah, man. Cool cat. Cool cat. So what's holding this up right now? It's really that beard. Quite a bit. Quite a freaking bit. Quite a bit. Okay. Let me change the music really quick. Like I said, normally we have that camera on, but that sucker's dead today. Coquette, what are you up to? What are you doing? You doing anything fun, interesting? What are you doing? That off. Let's go to the Diablo 2 full soundtrack. Or we have the remastered one. There we go. True, true, true. Let's flip this edge. That's fine. It's a little more value. This has been bothering me. The belly seems a little bit flat right about here. Bring this out just a little bit. What? No! That's great. Fix that. There we go. Let's lift that back in. Okay, that's better. This gives it a little bit of form down there. Hair. Actually, I'm going to continue working on the arms just a little bit more, except I'm going to take away the small brushes for now. Leave these elsewhere. That's fine. Get me one brush. Get Filbert. Filberto. A Filberto brush. Yes, this is a good one. Cool! I played Alan Syndrome. Got off work early. Played a bit of Lineage 2 on the other monitor while watching Poop Bucket Dwarf. We need to work on that poop. Alien shooter, it's an old game. Cult classic painters hiding in some woods, summoning Apollo. You would join the summoning tagging? Is that what you're saying? Let's. I'm going to unify the shadow underneath here because this is flat. Look at that. That's horrible. Let's unify the shadows a little bit. See, the thing is sometimes we can overwork an area and it kind of loses a light effect, right? And when that happens, we need to kind of go back into it and reunify the shadows what happened. There we go. I don't mind that, and I'm going to do, maybe darken it just a little bit too. To work these darks up, and if worse comes to worse, if you lose the transparency, you can always scrape it back down. There we go. So what did I want? I wanted a mid-tone type brush, right? Okay, wait. There's that, and then I wanted one that was slightly darker. This is what I wanted. I think I have the rest. Prop night with the kids. I nicknamed my daughter Cerberus because she is like a bloodhound of death. In the game or just in real life? There, that's looking better. That's brushing around. Not in the real life. Manny. Oops. Just a little dark, and then I'm going to bring the light up. This stuff I can keep on working. I like this type of stuff I could continuously work on. I could continuously do this, but at some point I do call it. You know, because like we were taught to work the figure up to such a high finish. And this is a small piece, so there's a lot that can be done on it. A lot. You know, at some point I'll call it. I'm just having fun with this right now. Why not? You can still set little challenges for yourself to better your own painting from this. Like I said, it's a Warcraft character, but it's there's no reason why you can't make a lesson out of it to yourself. So I'm trying to get better at turning form, representing structure, all this stuff, the anatomy. Lighten that down a little bit. Helping mark. Look at all their arms. This is the anatomy. This is too dark, but I'm gonna lighten it. The anatomy is like obviously very weird because this is like a video game, but let's make this a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to come into it with the light. Right, now I'll bring the light into it. All right, tagging. I'll see you, buddy. Take care, man. Right. Tagging's hilarious. Really funny. Right there. Let's bring the light up. That is gone. Can we talk about the non-art stuff? and how much we hate modern art. Modern art. Well, so again, there was a Tegan posted that really awesome video about art and what it has become, but what it used to be referred to as, how people in the past, what they called art, right? It originally started as the arts, not art, right? It's like the sciences, you know. That's what we did. It's really a good video, very good video. Very, very, very good video. So. Dwarves. There's a little thing. Overmodeled. Kind of. Might just overmodeled it. Yeah, that's cool. Just one tool in collection, okay? Crayons. There are people who can draw but color. Sorry, I missed some of those. There's cats flying outside. Really, cats? I'm not a fan. Like, there's some, I guess, modern art in the sense, like abstract stuff. Every once in a while, it can be cool, but it does seem like a cop out to me. Only the tool. You know what's funny? I attract everybody who's just like pissed off, and this is a good thing. Everybody who's pissed off and is tired of being like hearing about, oh, it's beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It's the people I attract. The edges a little bit. Let's work some edges, shall we? Work the edges at the same time. Is there anything else? If you want this to look real, see, this is actually nicely worked, but this, I don't like what I did there. I'm going to fix that in a second. But now I can spend some time and work the ice wall in the back. Oh, Coquette. Can you do me a favor before Miz gets on, if he ever comes here? You need to help me convince Miz to let us do ice walls. But that, you know what? It's futile and it's never going to happen. Honestly, though, I love doing ice walls, ice walling our team in, you know, all that stuff. It's fun. It's fun. Crayon snobs. So do you think that one person can find something beautiful while another person finds it ugly? Yeah, I do. Such a troll. I know I am. You know, here's the thing. I look at it as, who cares? That's essentially what I look at it. Maybe I try using a big brush, just like things go well when I use big brushes. Things go poorly when I don't. But I believe you have to play. I don't know, Coquette. I don't see the big deal in it. Coquette, I don't think I care anymore. Something snapped. I just don't care. I do not care. Notice I haven't done it. I'm respectful. But I just don't care at the same time. I do not. It's basically like hunters running around with that Days aura back in the day. Oh yeah, that when you would run and then if you got hit, you would get stunned. But don't you find that a little bit fun to do to people? Don't you? I do. I find a lot of self-worth in it. I find a lot of self-worth. Maybe. Let me try with my palette knife. Maybe do that. Let me see what a palette knife does to this. Palette knife should I use? Probably the small one. I might mess this up, but that's okay. I'm not gonna mess up the whole thing, just part of it. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Look at me. I'm straight laced. Coquette is wearing a corset, isn't she? Coquette, you're awesome. Okay, here's the thing. When I'm not in SPM, you bet your sweet ass I'm going to be doing that stuff. Okay? You better believe that I am going to be pulling that shit. The second song is killing you. Oh, sorry, we're killing Andy. We got to change this. Andy, what do you want right now, man? What do you want? You want something peaceful, relaxing? What do you feel like listening to? I only have really video game songs. What do you want? See, I like this music. What do you want, man? You tell me. I can work to anything. You want something relaxing. I know. I like it too, Coquette. I like it too. But you know, Annie is going through a rough time. And we will do something with it. Do you like this, Andy? What do you think of this right here? What do you think of this? Is this still too much? In fairness, I'm a complete scourge to mean people in dungeons and such. Well, see, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. When we ice walled in, and this really isn't that big of a deal. I don't care as much as I'm leading on, probably. Steer thought it was hilarious. There are people who think it's damn funny. Now, Okay. It's abusive game mechanics. Oh, what? The ice wall is? Coquette, they put it in there. I mean, fair enough. Look, I agree. I'm really not arguing that. I know it's abuse, but don't you think it's fun? Like, I really like it. I think it's one of the coolest things ever. Let's have an interesting conversation. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Huh? You lead it, Annie. What's on your mind, man? What are you thinking? Only if ice walls will do the woo-woo train noises on loop, then it's okay. Got it. So, Coquette, the other night, we were playing Heroes of the Storm, okay? And I was playing with Zerx, and Zerx was on Stitches, who has the ability to hook somebody in, but that can also hook a friendly in. So I was on Sonya, and I was running away, because I literally had no health, and so I was hearthing out, and right before I teleported out, I saw Zerx like come up, and he hooked me back into the fight, and I died. Oh, it was so funny. It was so funny. It was funny. It was really good. Maybe this is one of those rare situations where I use a small brush. Now we got the life grip in WoW in Overwatch 2. Is that new healer? If it is, that's pretty cool. What's the purpose of life? Why are we born? I think Conan the Barbarian answered that one for us, Annie. Life Weaver. Ah, the Life Weaver. Yes, 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 Life Weaver. Life. You know, I am glad we got SPM back. I didn't think I'd say this because I was not happy after Classic, but I'm glad we needed a reset. I didn't like what we had become. But upon playing with people, I found that I missed them. So I'm working the background up in the interest of working up like everything at once, right? The dwarf. Yeah, it's good to start over. I just want to, honestly, Coquette, I have the most fun when I'm playing in a group of 5 or 10 people. 15's okay. I don't like 25. I get it. If we're going to beat SAS, I get it. But it is unfair. It's an unfair stack against pugs. And I'm not really too concerned about that because this is a stupid game and who cares. But it's unfair, but it's more so we've done it so much that I just get bored of it, right? I get bored of... I don't mind losing to a better team, a greater team. I don't mind that. I had fun the other night even playing against SAS. I really did. Even though we got our asses kicked. She is one of my good friends. I've known her for probably at least 5 years or 6 years or something. It's maybe even longer than that. It's been a long time. Through Warcraft, and she streams, and this is her tag, so you should watch her because we do Alternate Valley, like Battlegrounds and PvP, and so she streams her game, and she records our games for us, and it's pre-made. They're unfair. It's essentially we get into we do a battleground that's meant to be queued for 5-man, but we get all... Right now we only have a couple people. We don't have a lot. But, we've got... In the past we would get like 30, 35 people, in which is totally unfair. But we did that to fight other pre-mades, right? Other pre-mades, and we seek them out and try to find them. We don't do it to destroy the other team and talk shit. That's not why we do it, which is why a lot of other teams do actually do that. So it's a little bit different with us, but there's a lot of drama in the pre-made community, which is fun. That's why I like trolling people. That was 8 years ago. So that's about as long as I've known Coquette. Pretty much 8 years ago. Sanskrit verses dropped on drums. Verses. I don't understand that. Is that in the music right now, you mean? What is a pre-made? A pre-made is a group of essentially over 5 players that queue into a battleground that's designed for only groups of 5-man. So like there's a 40-man, 40v40 battleground, player versus player, and a pre-made is somebody who takes 10 or 20 people, and so they'll sync their queues up, queue at the same time, and when the queue pops, they'll wait to take it until they know everybody got the pop, and then they'll take it. That's a pre-made. They pre-make their groups, right? It's a pre-made group instead of just a random group, because this is random battlegrounds. That's what it is. So it's essentially gaming the system a little bit, which, again, I could care less about. I have the most fun, though, in that game playing stuff that's very challenging, like the arena, which I'm not good at. Or honestly, taking 5-man in, I enjoy the 5-man more. Music. Do you like this music, Annie? Is this okay? This is nice music, I think. I like it. This brush, okay. I'm gonna work the edge of his shoulder in just a little bit. So you're like the vampire that hunts vampires. Yes. It is intense music, isn't it awesome? So now we work the edges up a little bit. We gotta think about form. It's not necessarily that I want it like so sharp. So. There, slowly. Get the shape of that a little bit more accurate. Bring this piece up. Lost a little bit up here. Up, and then it breaks there. That's where knowledge of drawing comes into play. That's why we have to be good at drawing, is so that we know where to place the brush stroke. You can't make it look pretty if you don't know how to place it. It's not going to make sense. It's not fair. It's not fair going up against, you know, the average group. It's not fair what we do, but at the same time, it's just a game and we really don't care. It's not a rated thing. Yeah, Diablo 1, you remember doing that? That was fun. There was a feel that first game had that the others just don't have, I don't think. I haven't tested Diablo 4. Queller, do you think you're going to play it? I did. I really enjoyed Diablo 4. Can't wait for it to come on. That's good to hear, Coquette. I value your opinion with this stuff. I just don't trust them, I guess, because of what they did with Diablo Immortal. Because they made that... It was just such a blatant money grab. It just didn't feel good. It's actually really fun. I think that was the mobile one that came out for something. They had a beta test for it, and it was super fun. Are you saying Diablo Immortal was super fun? Which it was, I'm sure. Like, a lot of people really enjoyed it. Just a little bit. Don't you people have phones? I only play single-player games nowadays. Diablo Immortal is the mobile one. Diablo Immortal was the bad one. Diablo 4 is fun. Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Okay, that's fine. I'm just angry at them for that. I don't like that. I have nothing wrong with them making money. But when it feels like you're getting screwed, or that you're nothing more than just a dollar sign, which I know we are, but when you feel that, when they make it felt, they're doing something wrong. But they made a lot of money, so they don't, what I'm saying is kind of, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, let's fix this piece right here that I overmodeled. Bring it up some. Bring the light up just a little bit right here. Soft. There you go. That's cool. That looks better. I wanted to fix this. light up just a little bit. Good. It's looking badass. Oh, Annie leaving? All right, Annie, take care, man. It's good having you. So, my question is maybe I already asked this. I feel like I did. Is the bag space better in Diablo 4? Or is that going to be an issue? Clara, I don't think you have dating advice. So Claire, you think Diablo 4 is going to be different than Diablo 3? I am the shadows. Alright. I want to hear this. Go on. A taste of what you could get with my subscription. Okay. Oh, good. Annie's sticking around to hear this. This is very specific advice, though, only for people who are looking to go on dates and use online dating apps. Go for it. What do you got? I have this belly bulging out just a little bit more. The human mouth is a filthy thing, Annie. Cool cat. Bring his belly down. That advice is don't talk for too long when you find someone you are interested in and start talking. You are both interested. Don't talk on the app for too long. Instead, you should right away ask them on a date, but nothing high stakes or intense. Something casual like meet at a coffee shop and play Scrabble together or some other game. What about Nude Twister? Okay? Okay? What about that? What about... let's see, what about, what else we got? What about watching The Notebook together? You know? Or, what about starting a video game character get together? How's that one fit in? Does that work? Right? What about that? An escape room. You think, yeah, escape room would be good, right? Nothing like a high stress environment for a first date. Queldar, is there anybody you're interested in right now? Besides Clara? You will 100% know whether you are compatible afterward. The walls are closing in on you. You will be crushed to death if you don't solve this problem. How will you react? Go. This is pretty funny, actually. Yeah, Lewis, girls surely like a game characters to make. That belly, that's a good belly. I like that. And then I'm gonna make it dark underneath to denote a shadow. Denoting shadow. You have $10 and the rent is due. Go. I think escape rooms are fun. I had a guy who just asked to go ice skating, and I went on a date just because he had the initiative to do something fun. Virtual reality. That is fun. I bet laser tag would be fun. There. Creating the belly of the Gex. I was mowing down hordes of dinosaurs, zombies together. Yeah. Arcade would be great. A great date. Screw that up. But I think generally finding something fun to do, taking the risks and initiative works. I think that's really good advice. What about... What about watching the news together? You can sit down and watch the news. What about that? Would that be a good one? Good first date? Fox or CNN. Politics always is a good path. All right, yeah. Dinner or a movie date would turn you off. Put a bounty on her. This is so stupid. Which is great. Put a boundary on her ass. Some color into this. This is going to kind of make this pop quite a bit, actually. Every time you cast an ice wall, emote, build the wall on government. Coquette, I'm gonna do that. I'm sorry. Now that's your fault. Build the wall. I don't know why that's so funny, but it is. That's what I'm gonna do now. Let's see who gets mad over that one. Build the wall. Oh man. What are you gonna do? Macro. I swear that I'm gonna do this. I am. Next time you see me at Shiggy AV and we do the ice wall, wait for it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna make Ogrimmar pay for it. Build the wall, Ogrimmar will pay for it. That's what I'm gonna do. Yes. Yes. Build the wall. There's no way that I'm not doing that anymore. Or not doing that. There's no way. That is perfect. Man. Coquette. Is this bad? When Ms. asked me to ban, I'm not going to say who it was, but it wasn't anybody I had a grudge against. He just said, ban this person. I said, okay. And it made me feel so good. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. And I felt a sense of peace, a wave of peace wash over me. And that is bad. It's alright, it's okay. You got it. The dwarf! Good. Yeah, I hear you. It's just for a second. Let's see if I can get this thing back on. It's been a while. Try plugging in this. See if this works. Sometimes it works if I plug it into some other thing. Adapter. Data source. Interesting. So it's not recognizing. Maybe it healed up. I don't know. Maybe the camera healed up now. It's looking a little shaky. It's looking shaky. It might go at any point now. Check something real quick. I wonder if this is a connection with this. I noticed it wasn't too connected. Anyway. Lunch. How was lunch? How was my lunch? This music's so good. They do, don't they? I think, Cookit, that was one of my frustrations, especially last expansion when the game just was not good. It wasn't good. And I was frustrated because we hold them to such a high standard, and I knew they were better than what they were producing, and it just pissed me off. This stuff is... I love this type of music. I really do. For me, it's nice having this type of music while I paint because, like, I like listening to rock music and all sorts of stuff, and it's nice when you're in the car or what have you, but, you know, it's like it gets in your head, especially if you listen to it all the time, and then it just drives you nuts. And so when you're in the studio working and such, you want music that's not so in your face, I guess. And this is really, it flows, right? It's pretty smooth. They're very good at telling stories and making very inspiring stories and what have you. I just, you know, I'm always like this. You know, there's this trend to bring politics into games. And I hope they keep all that stuff out, because if they start bringing this bullshit into their games and start, like, you know, the fruit stuff that they do, you know, turning women into fruit just because they had they did those things to women and they did that stuff, and that's what ruins games and draws a lot of people away and waters down stories. And I hope they keep that stuff out of it, because I just want to relax it. I don't want to have to be preached to about some ideal that I agree or disagree with. I don't want to have to think about anything. And I think most people are the same. And it makes me nervous with Blizzard, because they're a great company. But sometimes I think they're just so fucking stupid. Especially, like, they were just on a roll of stupidity last time. Preach. I want to spit on everything and everyone. Like, me too. Me too. Me too. Let me say this. There's no... It's wrong to objectify people, but it's also wrong to be ashamed of, like, people who are well endowed in whatever form. Came out the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? It's not shameful to be considered a male or a female. Like, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. And I just want them to keep all that stuff out. You know what? The more PC people get, the less PC I get. That's what I do. Because I'm one of these people who, because in my life, it's in my face. I won't get too much into it, and I won't get into politics. I'm not going to do that here, but it's very much in my face where I'm at. And I'm just like, fuck these people. And in a game, I don't want to have it. I want them to make, like, just make a game. Just make the game. That's it. Well, they didn't stop teabagging, so we always have that. Yes, we do. And I got some juicy tea bags in the last game. Quite a few, actually. Yes, I did. That is one of the joys in life, if I may say so, which I may. It's one of the joys in life is a juicy tea bag to the face. Is that camera still going? Yes, it is. So the thing with these paintings, I intentionally take my time with them because it will be seen at the very end. And though it is a pain in the ass sometimes to spend the time to do stuff, right, on your work, to really take the time to do it, you don't remember that in the very end. In the end, you just have the finished product, and it's either going to be good or bad. So every painting that I look at, I don't always remember the hardship of it, so I have no problem spending time on pieces that, like this, that are kind of a little bit ridiculous, which makes them great. It's nice. Makes them great. Camera's still working good. I don't understand the camera. Maybe it was the connection on the back of this, because when I messed with it, it came on. Maybe it's just like, maybe it got jarred loose or something. So now it's pretty smooth, I think, right? Maybe I jinxed it. Maybe I just jinxed it. This piece comes up a little bit there. It's funny that I'm thinking of, we had so much time in the model room doing nudes. I just find it funny that I'm thinking of all those lessons while painting a dwarf. Stupid. Glad to see you putting your talent to use. It's a dwarf. Maybe I put some more warms in the beard. I think that's what I do. Heat that beard up some to bring it closer to, I guarantee you right now Val and Xerx are playing. Check this shit. I guarantee you they're playing. Right. Actually, I can check Discord. No, they aren't. Huh. Xerx, Val, where are you? Are you here? It's Dad. Oh, dude, I am stiff. I'm still stiff. All right, yes. You can creep on what people are playing on. Yes. I know. Well, who doesn't? There's nothing wrong with that, is there? No. I didn't set that design up. Both of them are off. That's very surprising to me. I'd be playing folks though. Set this shit up. It's like he's summoning them. I do. I summon them. Zix! Val! Six. Kirks. Damn it. Idiots. This impression going with this touch. Ugh. You're going to take that, Val, retaliate with another splash attack. Zix! That. Screw it. Right. Camera's still working. Damn right it is. Turn this off because it's just going to slow my internet down, most likely. Working that beard up. I need to work on the poop in the poop bucket, though, at some point. Excuse me. Woo. I love this music so much. This is great painting to this on a Friday. Painting a dwarf. Yes. I am so good at giving dating advice. I'm very pleased with myself. Very pleased. Claire, you had pretty good advice too, I thought. Fix that. Tegan! I thought you left, man. Oh, you went to get food. That's right. Dude, if you make an ad for it in After Effects. Just ate some eggs with a ton of mayo. Sounds kind of disgusting, man. Was it good? I like that. That's a great way to start it. You suck in general. Yes. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just getting tired. So that was funny. That was good. You hate mayo. Something about it's just weird. Yeah. And you're just failing at swiping at Tinder. Do you hate mayo? Hey, that would be fun. You're sitting in a restaurant. Do you want me to provide the footage for this? I'll provide the footage for this. You're just crying by yourself at a restaurant. I'll do it. If y'all put this together, I will definitely do this. I want to be involved. Can I be involved in this, please? Does your mother think you're a fucking loser? Seriously, do y'all want to make something like this? I think we should make something like this. Now, I know I'm behind in my videos, but there's a reason for that, and I think this might break me out of it. Does your mother think you're gay? I know, I think we're dead serious too. What is your service called, Claire? It's really funny though. Does your mother think... Oh, it's just funny. Your mother think... I'm sorry, it's just like, it's at that point I think where I'm just finding everything hilarious because I'm a little bit worn down. Your mother thinks you're gay. Claire's dating advice that will change your life. What about Ask Clara or Claire Field? No, we need to come up with something else. It needs to be something better. It needs to be something better than that. Claire, you're really good with it. You came up with Suck It. Suck It. Suck It. What was it? I forgot what that stood for. Gonna walk my dog. That bucket needs more fiber, by the way. I'm gonna put more poop in it. Are you coming back, Coquette? Because I can wait for you to put the poop in if you want. I'll work on the poop very shortly. I'll get some good detail. I'll put some oatmeal in it and stuff. How about Clara's dating advice that is really going to change your life? We could just do a paragraph long. All right, I'm heading out. Have a good week. Okay, Hammy, take care. Not sure when I'll be back, but you go ahead. I'll see it. Okay. All right, sounds good, Coquette. Have a nice walk. Do you take dating advice from Lewis like Anir? Whenever Lewis thinks real hard, his camera goes, damn it! What is wrong with this? Let me see if I just wiggle this around if this does anything. No. You bitch. All right, I'm just going to take this out. Wait a second, and then I'm going to plug it back in. I'm really going to have to do some troubleshooting with this at some point. Let's take this one out. Take that, and then... Oh, shit, I can't find the... I need to go back behind here to plug it back in. I don't know, guys. Everything's updated. I updated the firmware and everything with this. Not sure what's causing it. The hell? Oh, wait. Wait. This doesn't make any sense. Why would that work? I don't know what's going on. Oh. Oh yeah, we need to use a near for this. Claire, all right, come up with a name for this. We'll come up with a name. We'll do some footage. I can do the alone in the restaurant crying. You want me to cry? I can do crying. The problem is I always have a string of women walking up and asking me to go out with them at all times of the day. So we'll have to, it might take a lot of editing, but we'll get that footage where it looks like I'm sitting there unbothered and longing for something. That's going to be very hard to get, but I think we can do it because we have the patience and the expertise to pull this off. I can also do heavy editing, which is what it's going to require because I'm so popular and manly. Back to the Warcraft dwarf. This is looking good. See how it's looking on stream. On stream, it's looking okay. So on stream, it's looking okay. All right. A lot can be done outside the drawing itself. We're working on the beard at the moment. The beard does need a little bit of work. The fetal position in the restaurant. I'll do that. I will do that. I will definitely do that. I will definitely do that. Yeah, oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? Dude, I don't even need to tell her to do that. That will happen naturally. It happens several times a week, okay? I got it. I know what you want. I know what you want. I know what you. I'll take care of it. We'll get it. Can you get your mom to shake her head despairingly at you? That is one of the easiest things for me to get her to do. Come into the restaurant and bring you food. We need to storyboard it first before production and give you a nice head pat. Camera is gone again. Fuck! Let's outline something. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to get rid of that El Gato thing. I'm just going to leave it up there. I'm done messing with it. I am done. I am done. I am done. I'm not going to let it bother me anymore. Several pathetic shots. It's chump change, man. You know that I can get that easily for you, right? I got it. I'll take care of that. Don't you worry. I got you covered with this. I got you covered. We got that. You're gonna have an abundance of material, okay? Queldar, you would be good narrating this. I think. Or, no, both of you actually would be very good. I think both of you would be very good narrating this. Like, very good. Kind of going back and forth with it, you know? Don't you think? Y'all could go back and forth? Wait. Camera is going, yeah, we'll need several pathetic shots. Reading the notebook in his bed. What do you mean, what notebook now, Tegan? What notebook are you talking about? I messed that up. That one is too dark. Actually, that's not bad. He's so small. Like, this is just weird. I don't know. Doesn't feel right. Maybe I should have kept the beard cool. Actually, I see what was holding this back. I see it. I think I just need to keep working on it. I'll probably have to reunify after what I'm doing to it is done. Not really using a lot of brushes for it though. That's the thing. A romantic novel from the movie Ryan Gosling. What's the scene? We're talking about, oh wait. Well, it depends how we structure it. If we have, hi, I'm Clara, and I'm here too, type scene, we would need Clara footage. We're talking about making an ad for Clara's dating consulting agency. Weren't you sleeping, by the way? He never sleeps. Solving physics problems, but stream. He's suffered in his sleep. He's suffering. Oh, stupid camera. Let's see if it's working now. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to unplug this bitch. I'm going to let it sit for a second. There. I'm letting the camera sit. I unplugged it. Maybe it'll want to work when it comes back. That's where I'm at. Maybe the camera will want to work when it comes back. That's where I'm at right now in my life. Son of a bitch. I don't want to be in the ad. I'm not a real person and I don't want that revealed. Annie, you need to be in the ad. You can't write Claire. Let's set this like Claire is selling. This is going to be the dumbest thing we've ever done. It's going to be great. This thing is dark. There's that. that. Go in with dumb, 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 dumb. Yeah, let's try the camera. I don't know. I'm not sure it'll work. I think we can do it okay. Fine, fine, fine. Let's try it. Let's try the camera again. It's just like too tight or something. Angle it. This has to be the record of how many times I have gotten this thing going and how many times it has crashed in one stream. It's unbelievable. Well, we'll have it up for another 2 minutes. Have you tried turning it off and then back on again? I love that advice. It needs to be like the better Cal Sol ad. Say, are you that guy who stays in the room all day eating cereal-like snacks all day? Camera to Lewis, eating cereal with his hand, shirtless, shot haphazard way. The camera's crooked. Paranoid now. Oh. The dwarf. So paranoid. Val, we're doing a dating app. Claire is marketing genius. All right, I gotta head off. Take care. Quedar, you go do your homework, okay? Come up with a, what did you call it? A storyboard or whatever. Slowly plucking light out. All right, script. I'll post in Discord. Okay, good. This is going to be good. Don't go out. All right, we're going to flip the dwarf upside down so I can see actually what the hell I'm doing with this, because my eyes are not seeing properly at this point. Flip the dwarf. This helps me to see things better. Flip it. Dwarf flipped. The dwarf toss. Maybe I just work on the background just a little bit. Fill the background in. It's probably what's holding it up a lot. Actually, the hair at the top is a little bit too. Poop. We need to work on the poop. We need to work on the poop. I know my stream cut out. I wonder how long I've been streaming today. Let's see, I can check because I posted in Discord. I'm streaming since 12, and so I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. It's not bad. Well, that thing went out again. Screw it. Okay, here's the thing. Guys, I'm going to call it today because I need to actually go and take a picture of the other scene. I might actually come back and work on this some, but I'm not sure I'll stream it. So I'm going to call it here for today. It's been a 3.5 hour. A little bit bumpy, especially with this stupid ass camera that keeps on going out, but whatever. You guys have a very nice weekend. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Quite a bit. I really do appreciate it. And you guys take care. I'll see ya.